Everything we do is sparked off by a certain intention or because we have an aspiration to achieve something. Research is no different. Researchers undertake research because they want a specific outcome at the end of a research project. That specific outcome is research objective. A particular research could have more than one research objective. Let's try and understand what are the objectives of research. This is Dr. Mariam Narona. So to begin with, research objectives define the who, what, why, when and how of a research. Objectives should be as clear as possible, and they help you to keep, stay on track. So once you have defined your objectives, you need to consider whether the objective is possible. So just like goals should be SMART, specific, measurable, achievable, realistic and time bound, same way research objectives also should be SMART. Now, which are the different types of research objectives, or broadly what are the research objectives of various studies which are carried out? Now each study is different, so it depends on what type of a study you are carrying out. If you're carrying out a study to familiarize yourself with certain phenomena or to gain insight into a particular phenomena, that study would be known as an exploratory or formulative research. So your objectives would be to explore or formulate some aspect relating or various aspects relating to that phenomena, such as why do earthquakes take place? Are there any particular factors which occur during that time and cause the earthquake? Or how do you know a storm is coming, right? So these kind of phenomena, or if you want to talk about global warming and its impact on certain species, so this kind of a research would be an exploratory or a formulative research. Then if you're carrying out a research, the aim of your research is to describe certain characteristics, that is, you're preparing a customer profile for a particular car or an SUV, then that would be descriptive research. Or you are studying the characteristics of rural consumers, urban consumers, suburban consumers. This would be a descriptive research where you do nothing but you are describing things as they are. You are not going to add anything to it. These kind of studies provide a lot of information about a certain segment or a certain group of people who are being studied. Then the other objective which you could have is you want to see study the frequency of occurrence of something, like how many times do we have an economic downturn in say 10 years or in 20 years, right? So that's people have been saying at the time of the coronavirus crisis that a pandemic comes every 100 years. There is a pandemic. So what is the frequency of a particular occurrence, or what are the causes behind it, right? Those kind of studies are known as diagnostic studies. It could be even something connected with say a disease, and whether your cancer will be in remission, or when does it come back usually, or at which stage is it treatable, and is it most responsive to treatment, and things like that. So frequency of occurrence. Then the other objectives you may have of research are where you test the causal relationship between variables, which I mentioned, whether it is income and expenditure or income and propensity to save, things like that. What is the causal relationship between variables? So these kind of studies are hypothesis testing studies. So broadly, research is carried out either to familiarize yourself with something or to gain insight behind why a certain thing happens or occurs, to study the characteristics, describe the characteristics of a certain group of people or a certain segment, to study the frequency and the causes of something, and to test the relationship between variables which you are studying. So broadly, once again, just very briefly, a research objective outlines the steps that you will take to achieve your research aim. They are the who, what, why, when and how of your research. The research objectives may be exploratory, formulative, descriptive, diagnostic, and hypothesis testing oriented. The next video in the series of videos talks about the purpose of research. If you liked the content in this video, then do hit like. If you like the content on this channel, do subscribe and leave your comments and feedback. Thank you.